Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining the Cruise Web Agency's Cunard Update, highlighting iconic ships, unique destinations, and luxurious experiences. I'm Alicia Oliphant, Business Development Manager with Cunard, and our agenda will include insights into the Cunard experience, and we'll highlight some unique regions of the world, and we'll show you some of the special offers awaiting you when you book with your Cruise Web travel advisor. Now, in 2020, Cunard celebrated its 180th anniversary of bringing people together. And while not the year we expected, our legacy shows the strength of our brand and the commitment to our guests, you. Cunard has a plethora of onboard experiences for you, so let me point out just 3 of them at this time. We want guests to feel special, be inspired, and enjoy the freedom of being away on board and at sea. And starting with the feeling special, from the moment you step on board one of our magnificent queens, you will be welcomed with the White Star service. We have 1 crew member for every 2 guests, and spacious grill suites, which are the pinnacle of luxury, and many signature experiences such as afternoon tea to add special touches to every day while you're on board. We also want to inspire our guests. This starts with the careful curating of our itineraries, and they always are balanced with a variety of can't-miss ports of call, unique smaller ports, and sea days. We also have a lineup of incredible speakers who can take guests on a journey of the mind while traveling the globe. We have speakers from all walks of life, including authors, astronauts, artists, and celebrities. We also offer event cruises that tie into one of those themes for an incredible week of interactive, educational, and fun experiences for you who want to sail with like-minded travelers or try something even different and new. Now, luxury has many nuances, and for Cunard, we feel giving guests ample space and choices gives a true feeling of freedom. Now, wide open deck spaces and a variety of grand venues offer guests the opportunity to join in and many unique experiences throughout their voyage. Now, if you choose to relax at the spa or grab a book at the largest library at sea instead, you will have plenty of seating to choose from in venues that never feel crowded and are partnered with the thoughtful service from our crew. Now, luxury on a grand scale is unique to Cunard. Now, having larger ships built for the luxury guests permits us to have this intimate feel with our White Star service. They truly are unique staff members, and they really are thoughtful and provide you with delightful and surprise experiences on board. And our larger ships allow for more venues and larger space, so you never feel crowded. You can be as relaxed as you wish to or as active as you want to be. Now I'll run through some of the beautiful venues so that you can get a feel of an idea of what it is like on board. Here's our grand lobby as you enter into the Queen Mary 2. And she's not a ship, she's an ocean liner, one of the fastest in the world. And our game decks are very open and wide space, really offering you plenty of activities to do. And we also have a spa with every treatment you can imagine, all inspired by the ocean. The Maria Wellness and Beauty Spa offers a holistic experience that's exclusive only to Cunard. And we have this wonderful garden room on the Queen Victoria and the Queen Elizabeth. And it's a day into evening event where you can even sit and just watch the stars through its glass roof. And the Golden Lion Pub, with its relaxed, friendly ambiance, is a wonderful place to spend the afternoon. And it's a very popular and relaxed venue. It stays casual even into the evenings, where guests can get a casual dinner if they should wish to, with entertainment. It's one of the favorite spots on board. And of course, our beautiful shopping area where you can spend an afternoon or 2 shopping, as well as the casino with gambling available into the wee hours of the night. And guests who want to get dressed up for the night, we have a treat for them. It's very glamorous, on board Cunard if they should wish to be. Especially, we can start with the amazing production shows and entertainment in our beautiful theater that is full size, as you can see, and gives a true feeling of a West End London theater. And we offer these wonderful private boxes that seat you reserved for guests who want an extra treat. And you're welcomed with champagne and canopies at the private lounge before coming into the theater. Just ask your cruise web advisor about all the details of booking this once you step on board. Now, the Queen's Room Ballroom on board the Queen Mary 2 boasts the largest dance floor at sea at more than 1,200 square feet, which is larger than most two-bedroom apartments in Manhattan. This grand ballroom, with its dramatic high-arched ceiling, its crystal Waterford chandelier, and excellent ocean views on both sides, hosts events such as the royal balls, the dance lessons, the workshops, bingo, afternoon tea, cabaret shows, and early morning fitness classes, as well as fencing lessons, all complimentary. This will also be the venue to hold the captain's welcome party and senior officers party as well. And I bet you didn't know this, Cunard has a unique feature in the luxury market with a full children's program available on all three of our ships. We are an amazing choice for luxury guests with multi-generational travelers. Now, I want to take a minute to show you some of our new itineraries available for sale right now. Let's start with the transatlantic crossings. New winter crossings, including an eastbound and westbound 10-night from Fort Lauderdale to London and from London back to Fort Lauderdale. We also have one itinerary that's 19 nights round trip New York, and it stops in London and Hamburg. And this is a bit like our round trip crossings with a couple of added ports of call. And here's just the journey that you'll see from Fort Lauderdale. I wanted to point this out. That goes from Fort Lauderdale with a day in New York over to crossing to Southampton. And we'll return to Southampton to Fort Lauderdale March 20th, 2022. And then I want to point out the most popular itineraries of all of these are these Caribbean voyages. It's a great opportunity for a winter getaway from New York or Fort Lauderdale. And these are the highlights of this redeployment for a fantastic winter escape into warmer weather. And then we have a beautiful Eastern Caribbean 14-night round trip from New York going as far as Barbados, because the Queen Mary 2, as I mentioned, she's an ocean liner, the fastest ship in the world. And we'll be overnighting in Barbados. And another Eastern Caribbean round trip from New York with an added stop in Fort Lauderdale is this 21-day itinerary. It's a very relaxing way to visit the Caribbean in the winter. And as an added treat, we'll be overnighting in Barbados with ample time to explore this beautiful paradise. And guests can also select instead to sail round trip from Fort Lauderdale with that overnight in beautiful Barbados. And Queen Elizabeth will be sailing throughout the Mediterranean before she heads over to Asia via the Suez Canal for an exotic adventure. So this will be in the fall, and then she'll move in the early 2020 into some Mediterranean experiences, and then on February 20th from London to Dubai through the Suez Canal for a really exotic adventure. And this is the full day, 40-day voyage from London to Hong Kong. But you can also, if you're more interested in a special region of the world, we have shorter segments for you that are interested in those shorter options. And our magnificent Queen Victoria will resume sailing in April of 2022 with a 5-night to Amsterdam before doing a Baltic itinerary followed by a quick getaway to Portugal, round trip London. And what the beauty of these shorter itineraries are 5 and 7 nights, even some 2 or 3 nights, are great combinations with land programs and air as well as at sea. So be sure to talk to your cruise web advisor about combining all of these for a seamless vacation. And here we have the Baltic itinerary with an overnight stay in St. Petersburg. And this will be in April when it's off the beaten path, far less tourists and passengers, but definitely a great experience to these unique ports of call in the Baltic area. Now, tying all of these itineraries together, we have a wonderful double upgrade event going on, giving you an amazing value if you book it before September 30th. And even if you book it this week, you'll have really a prime choice of staterooms or suites. And we'll have a free double upgrade from those who pay an inside rate to a balcony, and up to $600 onboard credit per stateroom, all categories included, and all categories included for hotel and dining service charges. This is a phenomenal offer and value for you, and a 50% reduced deposit as well. And if you choose a grill suite, you'll be receiving the free drinks as well as free internet, the first time that we're offering free internet as part of the grill suite package. So please take advantage of it. And though for the rest of 2022, I thought to go over just a few of the amazing lineup we have and just a quick run through for them. Starting with the Queen Mary 2, featuring voyages that will go transatlantic, of course, continuing our season through the year. New England and Canada, the fjords, the Mediterranean, and of course another cruise down to the Caribbean at Christmas and New Year, as well as those European short breaks, which are great combinations with your tours as well as air into Europe. And there is no question that traveling on Queen Mary 2 is the most comfortable way to get from New York to Southampton and back. And we like to say that it's better than business class and a much better value as well. Many guests use it as a form of transportation one way, and they love it so much that they do it over and over again every year. So here's our full updated lineup of crossings, starting from the winter through the fall. The choices are many, so you can even take going one way and then coming back the other way if you should wish to. A nice leisurely way to get back and forth from Europe. And of course, we have closer to home voyages for you. July 1st, this is a wonderful multi-generational experience for you and your children and grandchildren if you should have any. Please, New York round trip, this is the way to go and celebrate an overnight stay in Boston to watch the fireworks. And the beauty of this is when you get up on deck, high up on deck, watching the fireworks that will be bursting in the Boston Harbor, you'll be amazed to see all the way around because, as you know, probably from your own experience, in the small towns all around Boston, there are fireworks going on, and it's like just an array across the harbor watching all these different fireworks. It's quite fun and exciting. Another opportunity for Canada and New England is the fall foliage with our 14-night experience that can be broken into 7 nights with a Quebec overnight stay to New York, or from New York up to Quebec. We'll be spending 2 nights on the full 14-night round trip New York, sailing 2 nights at the foot of the Fountain Neck Hotel, as you can see there. And it's just a beautiful experience visiting even Halifax, the hometown of Samuel Cunard, who started this wonderful brand. And the Norway coastal line almost defies description. Natural wonders, beautiful villages, and rare wildlife. This is simply nowhere else like it in the world. And added to the possibility of witnessing the spectacular aurora borealis of nature's most spellbinding phenomenon. It really is something extraordinary to come and experience. And this sailing, November 1st, 2022, is selling already very, very well. So book it soon if you really want to go on this and see this wonderful, phenomenal experience. And of course, the other Caribbean sailing I mentioned in 2022 will be the Christmas New Year, bringing you back in 2023. and going down again from New York to as far as Barbados and other wonderful ports of call. Now, Queen Victoria will sail spectacular voyages through the Mediterranean, the Baltics, the fjords, Iceland, the Atlantic coast, and those European short breaks as well. One of the itineraries that's one of my favorites, being an Anglophile, and I hope many of you are as well, is in May of 2022. 12 nights round trip, Southampton, a very immersive feel of the British Isles as it goes up to the Isle of Skye, just scenic cruising there, as well as Invergordon and the Isle of May and Edinburgh, staying there as well. Really a beautiful experience, scenic cruising throughout. And then we have another St. Petersburg and Baltic experience on Queen Victoria during the White Nights, where we'll have 24-hour sunlight with an overnight stay in St. Petersburg and some of the most beautiful ports of call in this Baltic area, including Visby and Tallinn, Estonia. Just lovely places to visit and really feel that you've gone somewhere special. And of course, we've got the fjords in depth in July. So maybe not the Aurora Borealis, but definitely something that's as exciting to see the fjords of Norway. And Iceland and the fjords, a combination of some ports of call in Norway, but then over to Iceland, not with just one or two ports of call, but three. Really an in-depth experience, an immersive experience into Iceland, and an overnight stay in the cosmopolitan city of Reykjavik. Really extraordinary. And then why not savor 10-night summer break to Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and the Netherlands. Enjoy Gothenburg's seafood or Oslo's castles and Amsterdam's canals, together with an overnight stay in Copenhagen. And Queen Elizabeth will sail from Japan in May of 2022 to Alaska, down the California coast, through the Panama Canal to reposition to the Mediterranean. So starting with the May sailing, as I mentioned, Queen Elizabeth will be in Japan before heading to Alaska, which allows guests who want to combine these two destinations together an opportunity to do so, visiting the northern part of Japan and then crossing the Pacific to Anchorage and down to Glacier Bay as well as Hubbard Glacier. Not just one glacier, but two. And there's so many reasons to choose Cunard as your guide through Alaska. And here are our favorite reasons. Queen Elizabeth is a luxury ship with an amazing array of activities and experiences to choose from. And you can even select one of our top suites and have the drinks and hotel and dining services charges included. And no matter which type of stateroom you book, you will be treated to our famous White Star service. Alaska is known for its culinary experiences, and guests will have them included on board, as well as the culinary shore excursions that you can choose. And our itineraries have a wonderful balance of must-see cities and off-the-beaten-path local spots, and very relaxing sea days as well. We don't rush through our way through this destination. Part of each one of these amazing itineraries is Glacier Bay National Park, as well as Hubbard Glacier. So on our 10-day sailings, we'll have not one glacier, but two glacier viewings. And the Alaska-inspired everything waits, tea, lectures, menus, craft beer, tasty cocktails. We have it all, and this is to offer you a really in-depth, immersive experience in Alaska, including hearing from expert scientists and adventurers to reveal the adventure of a lifetime in Alaska by Cunard. And here's a view of the itinerary of the 10-night sailing in June. We have 4 of these that are similar but slightly different. And as you can see, it's including Glacier Bay National Park and Hubbard Glacier, along with the off-the-beaten-path Haines, located at the top of Lynn Canal, one of the world's longest fjords. And our evening departures are around 5 or 6 p.m. in all of the ports, which allow for more time to explore and a more relaxed pace for your vacation. Now, this next voyage also includes Glacier Bay and National Park and Ketchikan, along with off-the-beaten-path Icy Strait Point and Sitka. Again, a late afternoon 5 to 6 p.m. departure allows for more time for you to explore. And this is only 7 nights. So if you only have 7 nights to get away, please consider this round trip Vancouver, Alaska visit. Now, perfect for guests who have wanted to try Cunard, but they would want to do something a little bit shorter amount of time. You can do this from Vancouver to Los Angeles, or even add this sector onto the round trip 10-night sailing that's going Vancouver to Alaska. Add this on from Vancouver to San Francisco or Vancouver to Los Angeles. Really a great way to get home if you're on the West Coast. And there's no better way to sail the Panama Canal than on a Cunard Queen. The options start in Vancouver or San Francisco or Los Angeles, as you can see here. And then she'll be repositioning from Fort Lauderdale to Europe. This 20-night sailing can be broken up to end in Barcelona, a little bit shorter. And then we'll be doing, after the crossing to Europe, she'll spend time in the Mediterranean doing a series of 7-night voyages that can be combined into 14 nights, visiting France, Italy, and Spain without repeating an port except for Barcelona. Now be sure to talk to your CruiseWeb travel advisor to tie up all the opportunities for wonderful experiences and promotional values to make it a seamless, robust experience for you. And truly, the CruiseWeb advisor has all the details and value to show you. And besides the Cunard upgrade package that we have for your winter sailings, for the balance of the year that we just showed you, there's a summer savings event in place with up to $3,000 on board credit, the reduced deposit, and of course, past guests receive a wonderful discount as well. And for those of you in the grill suites, you'll be enjoying the drink package as well as the hotel and dining services charge. And this expires August 26th. So be sure to talk to your CruiseWeb travel advisor now. So thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and we look forward to seeing you on board. And now I have a few questions that I'm happy to answer. And one of them, of course, is one I hear quite often, and that is in reference to the kennels. And yes, the kennels, ladies and gentlemen, for you to bring your furry friends on board, dogs or cats, are open for the winter transatlantic segments, so voyages rather. So please take a look at the transatlantic crossings and bring your furry wonderful animal. And another question I have here is in reference to the Royal Court Theatre boxes that we showed, the theater boxes that we showed. And yes, these are available, especially if you're coming on board to celebrating an anniversary or a birthday. These are a wonderful way to celebrate. And you can only book them on board, but they consist of a fun event experience. What we do is once you get on board, call up on the phone or go down to the purser's office and just say you want to reserve this for one of the Royal Court Theatre nights. Usually during a 7 or 10 night sailing, there'll be 3 of these opportunities. And what will happen is you reserve the box that you had seen, and then we will pick you up in your dining room. One of our bellmen picks you up, escorts you to the lounge that's behind the theater, where you'll have champagne and canopies or a cup of tea if you should wish. And then they'll escort you to the Royal Court box, and you'll sit and wave to the people in orchestra and just enjoy the evening. And it's just a fun way of having an experience that maybe you can go to New York and have this experience. And there is a slight cost. In New York City, I have done this, going to the theater behind the stage, and wonderful experience. And it cost me about $900 a person. It was a fun evening. It was an investment, but at the same time, it was something that I wanted to do for a special celebratory experience. And for us, it's only $25 a person. So really consider doing that on those Royal Court Theatre evenings. So I think that's all the time we have to put together some questions. Feel free to go to your Cruise Web travel advisor, who will be happy to answer any others, or contact me and we can talk together between the three of us. So thank you so much and appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on board.